As I'm trying to arrange this desk here, my kids sometimes come and play here and they cut such papers. Oh, I decided while cleaning to make a short vlog. And on today's vlog, I'm going to talk, or rather, to take you through to take you through 3 easy steps on how to learn German, or rather, how I learned the 3 easiest ways or easiest steps to learn German, or rather, how I learned German. So, step number 1, do not be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes you can make as much or as little as possible, but don't be afraid to make mistakes. And what do I mean by that? For example, for me, now I can talk German, excuse me, I can talk German pretty well. I'll take this off. Oh, by the way, I'm using only natural lighting. It's 8:30, but it's still bright outside. It's really, really sunny outside still. It's 8:30. In summertime, it stays hell. Say it stays hell. It stays bright until about 9:30, 10. Then it starts getting dark. And then in the morning at around 4, it starts getting bright, sunny, hell. So back to this topic. Point number 1, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't shy from making mistakes. You learn from mistakes. For example, as I've said, for me, I can talk now pretty well, but I still make mistakes. So I've been here in Austria. This year is going to be my 9th year in Austria. Next year I'm going to be 10 years. Or is it 9th year? Yeah, this year is going to be my 9th year in Austria. I've been in Austria for 9 months, talking German for close to 9 months, close to 9 years. So, but I still make mistakes. Mistakes do happen. Don't forget to, don't shy away or don't be afraid to make mistakes. For me, I say, as long as I talk to somebody and understand what I'm saying, it does not matter if I still make mistakes. For example, this native, dative, accusative, daddy, das, in, blah, blah, blah. I still make a lot of mistakes, but to myself, I say, as long as the person I'm talking to, or as long as the person I'm communicating with understands what I'm saying, that is all that matters. It does not matter how much mistakes you make while talking. It does not matter how long it takes to construct a sentence, or how long it takes you to understand what the other party is saying. But as long as you talk and as long as you understand, even if you make mistakes, it does not matter, because through these mistakes or from these mistakes, that's the way you're going to better your German. When I first came to Austria, my husband used to talk to me only in English. But then I told myself, okay, for me that's easier when my husband talks to me in English, because he understands English. I know English really well. But then on the other hand, I'm here in Austria. When I go somewhere and then my husband is not with me, or if I go maybe somewhere where the people don't talk or understand English, how am I going to express myself? And that's what motivated me to talk and write. No matter how many mistakes I made, I tried and tried and tried, and now I can speak German well, but I still make mistakes, but it does not matter. I learn from my mistakes, and even now, and I tell my husband, if I make a mistake, correct me and tell me the right word to use, or the right the right words to use, or the right way to say it, so that I learn from my mistakes and I know, so that the next time when I not say the same thing, I can remember how you told it to me and I can say it in a better way, or rather in the correct way. So learn from your mistakes and don't be afraid to make mistakes, because mistakes do happen. So learn from your mistakes, you better yourself from your mistakes, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That is really the most important thing, and that is the thing that motivated me to continue talking and talking, because I knew even if I make mistakes, they still understand what I'm saying. They know German is not my first language, so they are a bit sympathetic with me, and they correct me in any way they can, or rather in a way that they used to even now. But now I understand better, I talk better. I'm not perfect, but I'm getting there. So, point number two, read children's books and watch kids' films, kids' cartoons, kids' programs. That is the best way to better your reading. The kids books, really, even if it's just baby books, just go, for example, go to the library, look for children's books and start from there. Just read, and yeah, read. Even if you read false or falsely or whatever you say, just read as many kids books as you can. I would say first start with the baby books, or the, how am I supposed to say it in English? Yeah, the baby books, really. They're not yet taught children's books. So once we're in school, start fast, start slow. Start with the baby books. For example, get the books that have animals, animal names, names of trees, or other names of fruits, names of vegetables, names of furniture, the names of what else, furniture, and yeah, furniture, animals, birds, insects, fruits and vegetables. Get such books, children, baby books. Get such books and start from there. Start to learn. If you see a car, what's a car called? Auto. What's a spoon called? Löffel. What's a fork called? Gabel. Knife is called mesa. Table is called tisch. Couch is couch. Bed is bed. Or numbers, also numbers, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've just counted 1 through to 10. The books also that have, then move the books that have numbers. So just, they're really the simple everyday things, or the simple day-to-day things that books that contain the simple day-to-day things. Books with animals, books with types of plants, fruits, vegetables, I've said. Just books with simple children words. And then from there, also the numbers also. And then when you, or rather when you listen to something on the radio, for example, listen to radio in German. Of course, that's going to be a bit difficult because they talk too fast. So that's, or yeah, there are also radio stations that offer children's stories or so. Listen to those, or watch kids films, watch kids programs, watch kids cartoons. Even just watch. It does not matter if you're how old you are. Watch children cartoons. That's the best way to also to, my kids supposed to be sleeping. Tomorrow is school and kindergarten, but they're still running around and playing. I can hear them running around and talking. Anyway, as long as they wake up tomorrow, it doesn't matter. So yeah, children's films, children's stories, children's music also, and yeah, also maybe go to the park and just don't look at children. Parents won't think what's wrong. They just go there and try to listen also to the way children talk, or rather when parents talk to their children, because when parents talk to their children, mostly they talk a bit slower and in a way that the kids understand. So also when you're at the playground, for example, listen to how the kids talk or how the parents talk to the children, and that way you are going to better your German language, and it's going to get better and better and better. Never stop learning. I've never stopped learning. And then point number 3, try to make a native friend. If, for example, or your husband can be your native friend, or your wife can be your native friend, don't let them talk to you in a language that you understand already. Of course, it's going to be easy for you, but let your husband talk to you, or let your wife, or let your spouse, or let your friend talk to you in German, and you try and answer back in German. So look for someone to practice your German with, yeah? For example, by my husband, I told him, okay, we can still talk English, but time to time I want you to talk to me in German so that I can try and answer you back in German. And when you talk to each other in German, you get better and you get more confident talking to other people also. So try as much as you can, even if you make mistakes or even if you don't understand, or he doesn't have, or he or she doesn't have to just come with the most complicated things or the most complicated ways to of German. So just start slow. For example, start by introducing yourself. Tell him or her, or let me say, tell your spouse to tell you how it's said, how you can introduce yourself. And then once he said it to you, once your spouse has said it to you, then try and say it back. That practice talking. For example, if you want to say, I am Yvonne, ich heiße Yvonne, or rather, that's my name is Yvonne. Ich heiße Yvonne, ich komme aus Kenia, ich bin 3 Jahre alt, ich bin verheiratet, ich habe 2 Kinder, ich wohne in Österreich, blah blah. But those are complicated. So try and start first with introduction. Introduce yourself to your spouse. Let them tell you how it's done, and then introduce yourself to them. So introduce by saying your name, your age, and the country where you come from. Just simple things. And from that, then keep building the conversation. Every day try to talk more and more, and by talking, that way you get more confident. And you can also maybe if you have nice neighbors, if they're willing to practice with you, you can also practice with your neighbors. For me, the neighbors I have here, they have such an Austrian dialect. I don't understand what they're saying, because it's a complete. It's like in Kenya, Bukusu, Luya. Bukusu Luya is Bukusu, Maragoli, Isuha, Tiriki. It's both of them are under Luya, but there are some things you don't understand quite well. That's the same as here. They have a different dialect. So if you're talking to your spouse, try and tell them to talk to you in the normal German without the dialect, so that it can be easier for you to learn and understand. For example, in number 2 in dialect, they say zwo. It's supposed to be zwei, but some say zwo. Or here, if they want to say up and down, aufe, aube, they use such a complicated dialect. That's supposed to be oben unten. But aufe, aube, that's the dialect. So I told my husband, please, when you're starting to talk to me, when I started talking German, when you start, please just use the normal words. Tell me oben unten, nicht aufe, aube, or tell me zwei, nicht zwo, or tell me 40, not 40. They say it in a very complicated way, but so tell your spouse to talk to you in the normal German and not in the dialects, so that you can practice talking to each other. Or if your spouse is not around at the moment, practice with the mirror. Go in front of a mirror and practice saying your words and talking, because that way you also learn from yourself, or practice. At first it looks weird, but it's a good way to practice. If you, for example, your spouse has to go to work and you feel like practicing, go to the mirror and practice with the mirror. Practice with the mirror, with yourself on the mirror. Or I would also suggest you film yourself saying these words or introducing yourself shortly, and then you can look at the video, and then you can see, rather you can also listen to yourself. And with more practice, and then you get better and better. For me now, I can talk to anybody in German. I understand very well. Only if they start talking to me in dialect, then I feel like I'm in some other country. But yeah, those are the 3 easy steps to help you learn German faster and easier. So thank you so much for watching today's vlog. I'm still at this desk, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I asked before if you have any suggestions of videos I should post, and someone suggested I should maybe post morning routine or evening routine, but most of these routines include my kids and my husband. And guys, I'm sorry, but you know my stand. I'm not going to show my kids. I'm not going to show my husband. That's just me. And I think that's why I don't have a lot of subscribers, because yeah, because I don't show my kids. But that is my preference. I value my kids' privacy and I value my husband's privacy. So morning and evening routines, it's going to be a bit difficult to feel, because yeah, most of them they are there. Not even most. Yeah, most of them in the morning, because wake up, prepare the kids, prepare the meals, they are there, and it's filming a morning or evening routine is a bit difficult. But yeah, I'm going to, yeah, no giving up, no retreat, no surrender. So yeah, that's it for today's vlog. And if you have any question on how to better your German, or if you need any help on how to better your German, I can be your German buddy. If you have any questions about German language, you can write your questions in the comment section below, or I have my Instagram account in my info box. You can also go there and look at it and DM me. And yeah, so guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope my 3 tips are going to help you better your German, and I'm going to help you get better in German. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next vlog. Be good, be nice, and be blessed. And let me finish here, and I'll see you guys on your next vlog, on our next vlog. But then, thank you so much, fam. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys on the next vlog. Bye.